Welcome to Yoga on the Mountain for suicide prevention. Go ahead and take a breath, bring those hands out to the side, all the way up, and then breathe out. Just center ourselves real quick, turn to the right, and turn to the left. And you're going to roll over to what we call tabletop. You're going to breathe in for cat and out for cow. One more time, in for cat and out for cow. Back to your tabletop. Roll those toes under. Push into your downward dog. Lengthen the spine. Push the tailbone out. Head's going to go right in between the arms. You're going to pedal the feet. You bring that right leg all the way up to three-legged dog and put it in between the knees. This is your low lunge. You'll come up to high lunge. Bring those hands up, arch back, and shift into warrior two. Lean forward, switch that hand, reverse warrior, back to center. Bringing that hand down to the right, stacking the shoulders, looking through the left palm. Bring the left hand down, rotate over, left hand down. Beautiful sunsets. And bring that back down, shift into triangle, square off those hips, push that weight onto the right foot, into your warrior three. Next breath to your tree. Come into mountain. Take a breath. Squat down the chair. Twist to the right. Twist to the left. Back to center. Forward fold, swan dive. That back neutral, sticking that butt out, opening the chest, and then relax over. Bring those hands to the mat, jump a step back to downward dog. Pedal those feet, keeping that stretch a little more. Take that left leg, three-legged dog, right it through. Lunge. Your high lunge and arch back into your warrior two. You're going to lean forward, reverse warrior. Next breath up into your left side twist. Stacking the shoulders, lengthening your arms, and bringing that arm down. Back to your low lunge. Right hand by left foot. Shift into a triangle, square up those hips, push the weight to the left leg, bring that right leg up, downward dog, come down to your knees, and to the right,
And please join in with me if you know the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And welcome to the New Mexico Out of the Darkness experience. This is all new to all of us, so we thought we would bring you to a beautiful place for this new experience that none of us thought would happen. These are uncertain times, and so we're glad you could join us. No matter what is going on, we can never cancel out hope. And remember that we're all in this fight together for suicide prevention. I'm B. Chavez. I'm the New Mexico chair, and I've done this and I've met so many of you guys. We miss you, and we're gonna miss you this year, but we can't wait to see all of your pictures and all the experiences that you guys are gonna do to remember your loved ones and those still struggling. I might be joining you here at the Sandia Crest looking over Albuquerque, but we are in this together, the whole state of New Mexico. And we are excited to hear your stories throughout the state and how you're going to be spending this day, because we're one state all in this together to end suicide. Usually we all meet together and we walk together to remember our loved ones. As this is a new experience, I wanted to share my experience with you. This year, as you can see, I'm on a mountaintop because I love hiking. So I'm going to spend my day hiking with the ones I love in honor of my dad, who I lost 10 years ago to suicide. And I hope you do whatever makes you happy to remember your loved ones. So we're here today to remember our loved ones, but also the funds that we raise to help the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention bring programs, bring research, bring advocacy, bring support for our loved ones who are struggling with their loss recently, or who hasn't struggled, and those still struggling. We want to educate people to get the word out about suicide prevention and how much we can do to still advocate for suicide prevention.
Thank you to the San Juan County community and all of northern New Mexico for all your ongoing support.
Hi everybody, Robin Rabine Narvaez here, board member and Las Cruces walk chair. Sure am missing everybody this year, and the walk looks very different, but I wanted to say thank you for all the continued support in Las Cruces and southern New Mexico, and together we will fight and stop suicide. I hope you're all taking care of yourselves. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Maria LaCare, owner of a New Hope Therapy Center in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Thank you so much for being a part of the 2020 Out of Darkness experience. I know it looks different being online and socially distancing, but I'm so glad that you still showed up to show your support. This is important, maybe this year more than ever. Isolation and quarantining has led to an increase of depression, and we're here to fight it. Thank you again for being a part of this, and we hope to walk right next to you next year.
Hello, my name is Laura. I'm from U.S. Eagle Federal Credit Union, where people matter more. This year has been hard for a lot of people, whether it's emotionally, physically, financially, which is why U.S. Eagle is so proud to be a sponsor of the 2020 Out of the Darkness Walk and the American Suicide Foundation. Together, we can make it better.
Hi, my name is Jeannie Resendez. I'm the Director of Business Development at Mesilla Valley Hospital in Las Cruces, New Mexico. I want to thank you for supporting the 2020 New Mexico Out of Darkness experience. Our mission at Mesilla Valley Hospital since 1987 has been to provide quality behavioral healthcare services to New Mexico. Sadly, too many of those individuals have been affected by suicide, and so have their loved ones. Our hope is to one day live in a world without suicide. But until that day, our hope is to make sure that no one feels alone. We also hope that people will stop being afraid, stop being embarrassed of seeking help. You can learn more about our services at MesillaValleyHospital.com. And I want to thank you again for joining us and other community partners in the fight to stop suicide.
And thank you, New Mexico. Thank you for joining us here today for the 2020 Out of the Darkness experience. As B, our chapter chair, said, for a while we didn't know if this was going to be possible. We didn't know how we'd create an event to fight suicide, how we'd inspire people to register and participate, and how we'd motivate communities across the state to fundraise and support our cause. Now, we will admit that things looked a little different here today. For one, you're probably in the comfort of your home on your couch in your pajamas, and I'm in front of a green screen. But the one thing that has remained consistent through all of this is our community. And we are so inspired and thankful for your ongoing support. I want to take a minute to thank our AFSP New Mexico Board of Directors who never gave up hope. I want to thank our volunteers who came up with creative ways to reach people across the state, even though we couldn't be together in person. And I want to thank our event sponsors for their financial donation and for making today's event possible. I want to thank Mesilla Valley Hospital, A New Hope Therapy Center, Peak Behavioral Health Services, and U.S. Eagle Federal Credit Union. Thank you for your donation, and we're so glad that you could join us here today. I also want to thank you, yes, you watching right now. I want to thank you for showing up here today, because we know you didn't have to, but we're so thankful that you did. And whether you're here because you've lost a loved one to suicide like myself, or you support someone who struggles, or you struggle yourself, or maybe you're just here because you're passionate about the cause and you know how now more than ever, we must talk about mental health and raise awareness to save lives. Whatever your reason for being here today, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for being here. Now, for all of us, our Out of the Darkness Day is just beginning. Whether you've decided to walk, run, hike, swim, or create your own adventure where you live, we hope you'll take us along for the ride. You can tag us on social media in your videos and pictures, and also use our hashtags AFSP New Mexico and Together to Fight Suicide. We'll be sharing those pictures throughout the day, and we'll also be collecting them at the end of this weekend and creating a video for all of you to watch next week. Now, we also have some great things going on today. We have our virtual resource fair, which is now live on our event landing page. This resource fair is completely interactive, so go ahead, click on everything, and you'll find links to more information. You'll find information about our sponsors and our resource fair community partners. I encourage you to check it out. It's also a lot of fun. Now, we also know that one of the reasons that we're here today is to raise funds for the AFSP New Mexico chapter and for the work that the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention does across the nation. Now, to date, we've raised almost $40,000, and that's tremendous. And we know that by the end of the year, we can reach our goal of $50,000 with your support. So I encourage you that if you're inspired today, click on the donate button on our event landing page and make a donation. Every dollar makes a difference. You can also send emails to family and friends asking for their support or launch a Facebook fundraiser. And we have some great incentives for you. So if you raise $50 by tomorrow, you'll get an exclusive AFSP New Mexico Hope Mask. And if you raise $150, you'll get one of our exclusive Out of the Darkness t-shirts. Both of these items will be mailed to everybody that earns those incentives. Now, before you head out today, I encourage you to print out your signs so you have something to carry with you, to know that you are not alone on this journey on your Out of the Darkness Day. And I also want you to mark your calendars for November 21st, our next event, which is our annual International Survivors of Suicide Loss Day. Now, again, because we can't be together in person this year, we're creating a very beautiful ceremony to take place online that will include a candle lighting ceremony to remember those that we have lost to suicide. You can find more information about this event on our website and our social media accounts, and you'll be getting emails in the coming days. So before we wrap up today, I just want to thank you one last time. I'm a survivor of suicide loss myself, and the Out of the Darkness Community Walk was one of the first events that I ever attended after losing my dad to suicide. And I remember the community that I found there that day. And many of those people became more than friends, they became family. And I am inspired every year by this event. And I have to admit, just thinking about all those faces on our honor bead ceremony this year, that's the reason we continue to fight. And I hope whether this is your first or your 15th Out of the Darkness experience or Out of the Darkness event, you know that you're not just supporters to us, you're part of our family. And we're so thankful that you are here. So go out, enjoy your Out of the Darkness day, and I can't wait to see you next year.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for everything you've done this year. Let's keep going.